Yeah, just PSA, I didn't approve for no crap bitch to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive.
Oh, we got the last one. Say what's up to baby bud.
What occurs when a man is released from jail after 2 years and both of his baby moms are prepared to fight for him? On the same day?
Oh yeah, I can call it the same. Come on, JJ.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Or that's precisely what happened when Blueface left those gates. I'll tell you something too. The internet was in a frenzy over the released clip. Imagine this. When Chrisean and Rock arrive with their son, Blueface has just landed and is attempting to reunite with all of his children at an indoor playground. However, this is the unexpected turn of events. When Jaidyn Alexis, his other baby mama, saw that video going viral, she said, "Oh hell no, I'm en route," and arrived at the same location in a matter of hours. But hold on, it gets wilder than that. Chrisean was out here kissing on his ops and dating not one, but 2 different guys while Blueface was imprisoned for almost 2 years. She is now trying to play the part of the happy family, behaving as though she had been faithful the entire time. For months, people have been discussing this catastrophe in the streets. You have to witness to believe the incredible drama that ensued when these 2 women confronted each other over the same man. Watch this video through to the finish, because I'm going to explain how this whole thing happened, why Blueface was actually imprisoned, and which baby mama emerged victorious from this chaotic circumstance. I promise you will be shocked by the conclusion. Okay, group, allow me to explain the true reason Blueface spent 2 years in that cell. Because it's likely that the account you heard isn't entirely accurate. This whole thing began because Blueface broke his probation by returning to Vegas when he wasn't supposed to be there, according to Whack 100, who was managing him at the time. This is where things start to get serious. Whack bluntly informed this man, "Avoid Vegas. We are battling a case of attempted murder." However, do you know what took place? Vegas was Chrisean Rock's dream destination, and Shorty gave him that "is that your daddy?" kind of energy when Blueface told her that his boss had told them they couldn't go. Blueface allowed his feelings to control him and headed to Vegas, rather than being astute and paying attention to the guy attempting to keep him out of jail. Anyway, things really took a turn for the worse at that point. They encountered a fan in Vegas who stated, "We hate him, but we love you, Rock." Blueface, who was pregnant at the time, pointed at the girl. Blueface believed he would seize the girl's phone to remove the video in order to protect the situation. This is where it becomes foolish, though. They charged him with robbery because the phone was valued at over $800. The robbery accusation breached his probation case in California, even though he returned the phone around 30 seconds later. He now faces a mandatory 4-year prison sentence. Through some sorcery, his attorney was able to get it lowered to 300 days in county jail. However, if he had simply followed Whack's advice and avoided going to Vegas, all of this could have been prevented. That right there is some costly Carl. No cap, the breakdown of the baby mama. Let me dissect these 2 women who have Blueface's brain spinning like a washing machine before we get into the actual drama. We started with Jaidyn Alexis, the mother of his 2 older children, Journey and Javon. She is the original baby mama. She has always been the more steady person in his life, and they have been dating intermittently for years. Blueface refers to Jury, Jaidyn's daughter, as the most significant female in his life. After that, you had Chrisean Rock, the wild card that entered the game later. As stated by Whack 100, this girl never displayed any signs of maturity or responsibility, even after moving from homelessness to Blueface's environment. As she went along, she was just learning. Blueface's youngest son, whom they refer to as CJ or Chrisean Jesus Jr., is born to Chrisean. Although the tension between these 2 has been simmering for years, it truly heated up when Chrisean became pregnant. Jaidyn felt that this female had suddenly ruined her relationship with Blueface and their children. This is where it becomes extremely disrespectful. I mean extremely disrespectful. Chrissy Rock was out here acting like she was single while Blueface sat in that cell, all set to socialize. My sources tell me that Shorty had 2 different men while her baby daddy was incarcerated. She first dated a music-making gangster, but the relationship ended when he claimed that Blueface's face was still all over her belongings, and that he couldn't handle it. She was even instructed by Homeboy to go collect her baby daddy. You can tell it was horrible that way. She then went on to date someone else. This new guy has 3 children, and isn't even claiming any of them. His baby mom was making disparaging remarks on social media, claiming that he ought to have some disciplinary action in his group because of the way he moves with his own child. She went so far as to say Chrisean should also face consequences for allowing someone to take advantage of her. The most disrespectful thing, though, was that Chrisean was twerking, sharing videos, kissing, and getting close with these guys while feigning freedom and singledom. She even appeared on various live streams, speaking about her desire to live her life and be closer to God, Shaw Frost and Dubstream. Everyone knew Blueface would have something to say when he emerged, and the streets were observing everything and taking notes. You could see Homeboy was eager to return to his family when Blueface was eventually freed. His initial action. The real drama began to emerge when he went to see his children. As you can see from the widely shared video, they were at an indoor playground or gaming location. Everything appears to be cool when Blueface, Jaidyn, Journey, and his children with Jaidyn are there. You can sense the tension in the air as soon as Chrisean and CJ arrive. It's clear right away that Blueface and his mother Carissa didn't want her there. You can tell by the tone of her voice when Carissa is speaking in the video that she is not feeling well. Even though she's being courteous, she's probably wondering, why is this chick here? Blueface is attempting to be tactful, establishing a bond with CJ and all of his children. He is referring to the infant by various nicknames. Sonny, CJ, and Junior are attempting to decide what to call his son. But because Chrisean is there and is pretending like nothing is wrong, there's an uneasy vibe. The weird thing is that Chrisean was attempting to pretend that everything was okay and that she had been faithful the entire time. She talked about making an effort to get back together and pretending that she hadn't been hanging out with other guys for the past few months. We have receipts, girl. This is where things start to get really hot. Alexis and Jade witnessed the video of Chrisean with her children and exclaimed, "Oh, no way. Not when I'm watching." She posted just PSA on social media right away. Having no expletives around my children was not something I approved of. I thus hope that when I get there, everyone is in the same location. I'll be there shortly.
Yeah, just PSA. I didn't approve for no bitch to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive. I'm on the way.
This was no game-playing woman. She wasn't going to allow Chrisean to be around Jaidyn and Journey in that state. So she left everything and went to where they were. And what do you know? I honor it. You must comprehend the dynamism in this place. Blueface has known Jaidyn for many years. She has always considered herself the primary woman and is the mother of his first 2 children. Therefore, after acting recklessly while he was incarcerated, Chrisean's appearance and behavior in that family environment were disrespectful in a number of ways. This is the main point of the entire scenario, and this is a true form of street politics. Devotion and deference. Chrisean was out here acting like she was single while Blueface was in jail. She was posting videos, hanging out with other men, and generally behaving like her baby daddy didn't exist. However, she wants to act like a devoted baby mama as soon as he leaves. Family, that isn't how the game operates. There is an unwritten rule regarding how to behave in public when your partner is incarcerated. Chrisean transgressed that code significantly. Jaidyn, however, kept it in place. While Messi was away, she didn't move him. She kept her dignity and concentrated on their children. She will undoubtedly have an issue when she witnesses Chrisean attempting to reintegrate into the family dynamic, along with it. The children are the most depressing aspect of all this chaos. 3 of Blueface's kids are entangled in this story. Journey, Jaidyn, and Jaidyn Alexis. Chrisean rock with CJ Jesus Jr. Without all of the baby mama drama, these children deserve to have a relationship with their father. However, it creates a poisonous climate for all parties involved when 2 women battle for the same man, and one of them acts recklessly while he is in jail. You can see Blueface attempting to connect with CJ in the video, but there's strain brought on by the mother's relationship. Despite the baby mama drama, he is obviously striving to be a father to all of his children. Chrisean's apparent desperation now that Blueface is no longer among them is what's most telling. Sources claim that she was discussing raising funds to donate, returning to Blueface, stating that the funds were intended for my son and my baby daddy. She is attempting to convey that she was considering him during his absence. She even asserted that he had every right to despise me and that she would never be unfaithful to him. However, deeds are more powerful than words, and his behavior while incarcerated revealed an entirely different picture. She is frantically trying to win back his favor, but the harm may already be done, as evidenced by her attempt to step in during that family get-together. Jaidyn's answer was well considered and strong. She refrained from issuing threats or ranting crazily on social media. All she did was set her limits and be there to enforce them. By saying she didn't approve of Chrisean being around her kids and then actually pulling up, she showed that she's not playing games. She's protecting her children and her position as the mother of Blueface's first 2 kids. Interview,
If any play about my kids or disrespect my kids or disrespect me about my kids, yeah, we gonna see how far I'm willing to take you. I'm not no bust about my kids, okay? I don't let anybody just play with them. I don't let anybody just be around my kid. I don't let anybody, it ain't like that over here, okay?
What?
Play that over. You guys wanna go bowling? Yeah. Bowling.
Additionally, Blueface receives a message from this action. You must honor their mother's preferences on who is around Javan and Journey if you intend to be in a relationship with them. That right there is some boss energy. When all of this footage was released, the internet went bananas. Fell. Individuals were taking sides, dissecting body language, and evaluating every exchange. Some people supported Jaidyn and said she had every right to defend her children. Others felt sorry for Chrisean because they believed she was merely attempting to let her kids see his dad. However, most people were criticizing Chrisean for her actions during Blueface's incarceration. Moving in such a manner is absolutely not forgiven by the streets, which never forget. There's more to this whole thing than baby mama drama. It's about loyalty, respect, and the repercussions of your street behavior. There is an unwritten rule regarding how to behave when you are with someone who is incarcerated. Chrisean has to deal with the consequences of breaking that code. Additionally, it's about responsibility. You can't act carelessly and then be shocked when people stop believing in you. The streets have been observing and they recall every detail. Blueface will have to make some difficult choices in the future. He is unable to satisfy both baby mamas, particularly when one was acting carelessly while he was away and the other was shielding her kids from that drama. Focusing on his children and calmly co-parenting with both ladies would be the wise course of action. However, considering Blueface's past and the individuals involved, this drama is most likely just began. Jaidyn will continue to defend her job and her children, while Chrisean will continue to try to prove her allegiance. And Blueface finds himself torn between two ladies who want him for quite different reasons. Ultimately though, if people had operated with some integrity, the entire tragedy may have been averted. Instead of moving like she was single while her baby daddy was in jail, Chrisean ought to have held it down. Jaidyn shouldn't have to put up a fight to shield her children from unrelated controversy. Additionally, Blueface must take accountability for the mayhem he caused by having children with two separate women who are obviously incompatible. When you don't consider the effects of your actions, this is what occurs. 3 helpless children are now entangled in adult drama that they did not request. The streets are observing, to observe the outcome of this. Will Chrisean be able to prove her loyalty and turn her life around? Will Jaidyn continue to be the primary baby mama? Will Blueface eventually mature and take up his duties in a manly manner? 1. There is little doubt that this drama is far from finished. Neither of these women is giving up on the man they are fighting for. However, it appears that Jaidyn won this round based on what we've seen thus far. I'll be following this story, so keep it locked with your boy as it progresses. And tell me in the comments if you believe that Team Chrisean or Team Jaidyn handled this issue better. Keep it 100 and stay hazardous till the next time. Calm. Calm.